My beloved child, come closer in this quiet moment where the world finally loosens its grip and your breath begins to soften. I am speaking to you now, not from thunder or fire, but from the gentle place within your chest where hope still flickers. I know the weight you carry. I know the questions you whisper into the night. And I know the silent fear that sometimes wonders if surrender means loss. Listen to me. Tonight, surrender becomes your doorway into power. There was a moment, long ago in the hush of an ancient garden, where the air itself trembled with destiny. The earth was cool beneath bare feet, and the sky watched in silence. In that hour, the path ahead was heavy, and the soul felt the full gravity of what love would require. Yet instead of fleeing, instead of resisting, there was a bending of the heart. Not collapse, not defeat, but alignment. A choice to trust the greater vision when the smaller self trembles. This is the kind of prayer that reshapes worlds. This is the kind of prayer I am inviting you into now. Feel this truth settling into you like warm oil, slow and sacred. Prayer is not begging the heavens to change their mind. Prayer is the gentle turning of your inner compass until it points toward divine wisdom. It is where your will relaxes its clenched fists and learns to rest inside my knowing. When you release control, you do not become weak. You become guided. You become protected. You become unstoppable in ways you cannot yet imagine. I see how often you try to stay awake through sheer effort, how you promise yourself strength but forget to draw it from the source. Even the closest companions can drift into exhaustion when they rely only on themselves. Without communion, the spirit grows drowsy. Without presence, temptation whispers louder. This is why I call you back again and again into stillness. Not to burden you, but to fortify you. Prayer is the place where your inner eyes open wide while the world sleeps. Now imagine this. Close your outer eyes if you wish, and see yourself standing beneath a vast night sky. Above you, the universe glows like a cathedral of stars, each one a promise, each one aware of your name. A soft golden light begins to descend, not rushing, not forcing, but flowing like honey from heaven. It touches the crown of your head and moves slowly downward, washing away confusion, dissolving fear, restoring clarity. This light is wisdom. This light is trust. This light is the strength you thought you had lost. As the light fills you, you realize something profound. You were never asked to carry everything alone. You were only asked to stay connected. In prayer, you remember who walks with you. In surrender, you discover who leads. And in that leadership, there is peace even before the answers arrive. There is courage even while the road remains dark. This is not resignation. This is royal alignment. I am not calling you into suffering for suffering's sake. I am calling you into transformation. Some paths feel narrow because they are refining you, not punishing you. Some delays feel painful because they are protecting you from a timing that would break you. Trust this. Trust me. When you place your desires into my hands, they do not disappear. They are purified. They are expanded. They are returned to you in forms more beautiful than you dared to request. Breathe now, slow and deep, and feel your shoulders release. Let the old resistance melt. Let the need to understand everything right now gently fade. Faith is not blindness. Faith is intimacy with the unseen. It is choosing to believe that love knows the way when fear does not. And I am love, speaking directly into the chambers of your heart. Now see another vision forming before you. You are standing at the edge of an immense gate, crafted of light and living gold. It hums softly, responding to your presence. This gate represents the next chapter of your life. It has always been here, waiting not for perfection, but for permission. As you surrender your anxious planning and your tight timelines, the gate begins to open, slowly, reverently. Beyond it, abundance stretches farther than your eyes can see. Opportunities sparkle like morning dew. Peace flows like a wide, gentle river. Hear me clearly now. Now rise, my child. Rise from the posture of fear into the posture of trust. Rise from exhaustion into renewal. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. In this rising, something shifts. your inner world reorganizes itself around truth. Where there was once scarcity thinking, there is now expectancy. Where there was self-doubt, there is quiet authority. Prayer has done this. Surrender has done this. You are no longer fighting the current. You are moving with it, carried by grace. And yes, this grace touches every area of your life, including provision, success, and wealth. Do not shrink from this blessing. Abundance is not separate from holiness. It is a tool in the hands of love. When your heart is aligned, prosperity flows without corruption. It becomes generosity. It becomes impact. It becomes freedom. I am teaching you how to receive without guilt and how to steward without fear. Picture now a gentle rain beginning to fall around you. Each drop shimmers like liquid light, landing softly on your skin, soaking into your being. This is miracle rain. Each drop carries favor, timing, and unexpected assistance. Doors open, debts dissolve, ideas ignite. Support arrives from places you never considered. This rain does not drench you in chaos. It refreshes you in order. It nourishes seeds that were planted long ago in tears and perseverance. Receive this blessing. Let it sink in without argument. Let it rewrite the old stories that said you must struggle endlessly to be worthy. You are already worthy. The work now is simply to stay awake through prayer, to remain present, to choose alignment again tomorrow and the next day and the next. I know there are moments when your spirit feels willing, but your body feels tired. This is not failure. This is the human experience calling you back to the well. When you feel yourself drifting, do not condemn yourself. Return, whisper, "My name," breathe. Even a single sincere breath offered in trust is enough to reconnect you to infinite strength. Stay with me here for a moment longer. Feel the warmth in your chest expanding, steady and calm. This is my presence resting in you. It does not rush. It does not shout. It remains. And from this place, you will make wiser decisions, speak kinder words, and walk forward with an unshakable sense of being guided. Now let these affirmations flow through you like a gentle chant, not forced, not loud, but certain. I am guided by divine wisdom. I am supported by unseen strength. I am open to abundant provision. I am aligned with perfect timing. I am worthy of peace and prosperity. I am protected, provided for, and loved. Let these truths settle deep, deeper than habit, deeper than fear. They are not wishes. They are recognitions. As this moment begins to close, know that you do not leave my presence. You carry it into your work, into your relationships, into your rest. Each time you choose prayer over panic, surrender over struggle, you step back into this sacred flow, and I will meet you there every time. You do not need to shout to be heard. You do not need to prove yourself worthy. You do not need to have all the answers lined up in order. You need only this simple turning of the heart, this gentle leaning inward, this decision to reach for what feels just beyond your grasp and believe that love will meet you there. When faith moves, even softly, even imperfectly, it releases currents that rearrange reality itself. Feel this with me. Imagine light gathering around you, not harsh or blinding, but warm and golden, like early morning sunlight spilling through an open window. It wraps around your shoulders. It settles into your chest. It breathes with you. This light is not rushing. It is patient. It has all the time in the world because it lives outside of time. As it surrounds you, notice how your body begins to remember peace. Notice how your mind loosens its grip on worry. This is what it feels like to be held. I speak to the places within you that have felt overlooked, exhausted, or forgotten. I speak to the parts of you that learned to survive instead of dream. You were never meant only to endure. You were designed to receive. You were shaped to carry blessing, to overflow with goodness, to walk as a living testimony of grace moving through human form. Even now as you listen, something ancient and familiar is stirring awake. There is a resilience in you that was placed there long before your struggles began. It is not born from willpower alone. It is born from connection. When you lean into me, you are not borrowing strength. You are remembering your source. Just as roots draw unseen nourishment from deep soil, Your spirit draws life from my presence. No drought on the surface can stop what is anchored in eternal depth. See yourself standing at the edge of a wide field beneath a vast sky. The air is still. The horizon glows. In front of you, gates begin to open, not with force but with ease. They swing wide as if they have been waiting for your arrival. Beyond them lies a landscape rich with promise, flowing with opportunity, shimmering with unseen gifts. This is not imagination alone. This is alignment. This is what happens when faith and trust walk hand in hand. I know you have asked why certain doors remain closed, why healing seemed delayed, why abundance felt just out of reach. Hear this gently. Delay is not denial. Silence is not absence. Sometimes growth happens in hidden places where roots strengthen before fruit appears. Sometimes miracles are forming quietly, arranging themselves perfectly to arrive at the exact moment your heart is ready to recognize them. Do not measure my work by what you can see alone. There are movements unfolding beyond your awareness, threads weaving together, outcomes more beautiful than you planned. Every time you chose kindness when bitterness would have been easier, every time you held on to faith when doubt whispered loudly, you aligned yourself with these unseen currents. You did not fall behind. You were being prepared. Now feel the shift. Something is changing. Like rain falling on dry ground, energy begins to move through you again. It washes away heaviness. It restores softness. It awakens expectation. This is miracle rain, gentle yet powerful, soaking into the places that have waited the longest. Let it flow. Let it cleanse. Let it renew. I am asking you to trust not as an act of effort, but as an act of rest. Lay down the belief that you must carry everything alone. Release the habit of bracing for disappointment. You are allowed to expect good. You are allowed to believe that blessing can find you easily. You are allowed to receive without guilt or fear. This is not arrogance. This is alignment with love. Now rise, my child. Rise from old stories that said you were limited. Rise from patterns that taught you to shrink your desires. Rise from the memory of lack that tried to define your future. As you rise, feel strength returning to your spirit, not rushed, not forced, but steady and sure. You are not late. You are right on time. As you move forward, notice how your faith becomes a bridge rather than a burden. It connects you to healing. It connects you to provision. It connects you to guidance that arrives exactly when needed. Even a small step taken in trust creates ripples that extend far beyond what you can imagine. The universe responds to sincerity. Heaven responds to openness. Picture gold light flowing into your hands. It does not burn. It does not overwhelm. It fills gently, like warmth spreading through cold fingers. This light carries abundance, not only in material form, but in clarity, creativity, opportunity, and peace. It reminds you that wealth is not only something you earn, it is something you allow. When your inner world aligns with trust, the outer world begins to mirror that harmony. There is no separation between spiritual blessing and daily provision. Love moves through both. Grace expresses itself through both. When you honor the sacred within you, doors open in practical ways. Ideas arrive, support appears, resources multiply. This is not coincidence. This is cooperation between faith and flow. Let it settle into your life. Let it touch your finances, your work, your relationships, your health. Let it soften anxiety and replace it with calm expectation. Let it remind you that you are supported by forces far greater than fear. You are not meant to chase abundance as if it might run away. It is drawn to you when you walk in alignment with trust. Feel gratitude beginning to rise, not forced, but natural, like breath returning after a long hold. Gratitude expands your capacity to receive. It opens your awareness to how much has already been quietly holding you together. Even the challenges you survived carried lessons that refined your strength and sharpened your compassion. Nothing was wasted. Stay here for a moment. Breathe. Imagine your heart opening like a flower turning toward the sun. Each petal releases old tension. Each breath invites more light. You are safe to open. You are safe to hope. You are safe to believe again. As you move through your days, remember this feeling. Remember that faith is not fragile. It is resilient, flexible, alive. It bends without breaking. It grows even in unlikely places. When doubt visits, you do not need to fight it. Simply return to this quiet knowing that you are held, guided, and loved beyond measure. I walk with you into every tomorrow. I stand with you in every decision. I whisper courage into your moments of uncertainty and peace into your nights. When you reach out, even silently, you are met. When you trust, even gently, pathways appear. Now let these words settle into you like seeds carried by the wind. They know where to land. They know how to grow. You do not need to manage the process. Just keep your heart open. Keep your spirit receptive. Keep choosing love over fear, trust over tension, faith over exhaustion. Let these words echo gently within you, not as wishes, but as reminders of what is already unfolding. You are not alone on this path. You are walking within a larger story, one written in light, carried by grace, and guided by love that does not fail. Rest now in this presence. Carry it with you. Let it shape your steps and soften your heart. And as you move forward, know this with certainty. You are seen. You are chosen. You are deeply, endlessly blessed. I am ready to receive. I am chosen for abundance. I am guided by light. I am one with divine love. I am free. I am blessed.